Good day, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Danica Montoya, your moderator for today's debate. I welcome you all to witness the debate on the motion. Does freedom mean fulfilling all desires or living responsibly with limits? We have Kian Suelo and Ryan Pique who will take the positive side, arguing that true freedom means fulfilling all desires without rules. On the negative side, arguing that true freedom means living responsibly with limits. We have David Marañon and Adriel Arienda. We're also joined today by our panel of judges, Mr. John Christian Baksha. Before we start our debate, let's set out our rules. First, each side will present their opening statements, followed by arguments and rebuttals. Second, both teams give time to speak. Wait the other team to finish speaking. Third, personal attacks are not allowed. Arguments must focus on the ideas, not the individuals. Fourth, avoid using informal words. And lastly, remain calm and respectful. To begin, let us hear first the opening statements from the positive side, who will present their definition and perspective on true freedom. They will be followed by the negative side, who will share their contrasting views.
Hello everyone, we, the affirmative team, believe that freedom is the basis of human dignity, progress, and truth. Freedom allows individuals to think, speak, and act according to their conscience. The very thing human beings are, and based on John Locke famously stated that all are born with natural rights, life, liberty, and property. Rights were not bestowed by any government. These rights are innate. Without freedom, these rights are meaningless. According to Jean-Jacques Rousseau, freedom made it clear that makes human beings moral. Is it free will that make us do good? Therefore, we believe that freedom is not a privilege, it is a necessity. It is the catalyst for human creativity, social justice, and moral responsibility. The act of taking freedom away is an act of taking away humanity.
Good day, everyone. We, the other hand, are the negative side. We strongly believe that freedom must come with responsibility and limits. Without this, freedom turns into chaos. Freedom does not mean doing everything you want. It means making choices that respects others. Imagine if everyone drove without traffic rules, accidents would happen everywhere. Limits protects us and help everyone enjoy their freedom safely. True freedom is not about living without rules. It's about living wisely. According to Aristotle, true freedom is not simply the ability to do whatever one wants, but the ability to choose what is right, guided by the reason and virtue.
Why is freedom important? True freedom means no boundaries, particularly according to Jean-Paul Sartre, who argued that humans are condemned to be free, because they must choose their own values without any pre-existing limits or divine guidance. It is said here that freedom is something we can do freely without limitations, and we can choose more wisely when we are free to think.
While Sartre argues that freedom has no limits, absolute freedom can easily lead to chaos. If everyone only acts on personal choice and not considering others, society would collapse into confusion. As Aristotle said, freedom is found in living virtuously within reason, not in acting without control.
The idea that denying natural desires is essentially denying humanity is most closely associated with the philosophers Friedrich Nietzsche, who believe our instincts and passions are the vital, life-affirming force we should embrace and channel.
Being free does not mean giving in to every craving. When we lack self-control, Our desires, like acting out of rage or greed, can hurt us or other people. The capacity to control one's desire rather than allow them to enslave one is the essence of true freedom. Laws and moral principles serve as boundaries that helps us express our humanity in a responsible way, ensuring that our freedom enhances rather than degrades our relationship and character.
The perspective that revolutions inherently involve breaking the rules or the established legal order is fundamental to philosophers like John Locke, who saw it as the people's right to overthrow a broken social contract, and Karl Marx, who viewed it as the necessary violent break from an oppressive system.
While unjust systems may require revolutions, consistent rule breaking breed instability and violence. Locke himself stressed that for there to be freedom, there must be laws that upholds the right of the peoples. Limits are there to protect freedom, not to hold it back. Although a society without rules might appear to be free, it actually becomes dangerous because the powerful people take control and the weak people are lacking their freedom.
You said that freedom causes chaos, but John Locke argued that freedom is a natural right to act within reason without harming others. Limiting it takes away our dignity and humanity.
Freedom is a natural right, they say, but even John Locke emphasized that freedom must operate within laws. John Locke's idea of reason includes respecting others' rights. If someone uses freedom to harm, it's no longer reason, it's abuse. Limits don't erase dignity, but they protect it. Without boundaries, the strong dominates the weak, and dignity is lost in practice.
Freedom does not destroy the order, it makes it. When people can think and speak independently, the society becomes more equitable and progressive.
They claim freedom creates order, but history shows that the unchecked freedom often leads to disorder. Independent truth is valuable, but without shared rules, it can turn into division and conflict. Progress needs structure. Even democratic societies rely on laws and limits to ensure fairness and protect minority voices.
True morality comes from free choice, not fear or control. Without freedom, people obey, but not because they believe in what is right.
They say morality must be chosen freely, but freedom without guidance can lead to moral confusion. Discipline and accountability don't erase morality, they strengthen it. People don't just obey out of fear, they follow laws because they understand the consequences and value peace.
Thank you to both the affirmative side and the negative sides for your thoughtful arguments, passionate delivery, and respectful engagement throughout today's debate. For the positive side, freedom is the fulfillment of all desires and the foundation of human dignity, morality, and progress. Philosophers like Sartre believe that true freedom means living without imposed limits. Freedom means living fully, choosing freely, and embracing all that makes us human. For the negative side, freedom without responsibility and limits leads to chaos and harm. True freedom is not about doing whatever one wants, but about making wise choices that respect others and uphold the common good. Without boundaries, such as laws, moral values, and self-control, freedom can become dangerous, driven by selfish desires and resulting in conflict, instability, and inequality. As thinkers like Aristotle, real freedom comes from living virtuously and within reasonable limits. ensuring that everyone's rights are protected and society remains just and safe.